welcome back to the channel. I'm out on my bike, obviously, and reconning stage 2 of the Ford Ride London Women's Classic, which I am driving a car for. I have the role of assistant race director. I'm assisting Scott Sunderland in, well, directing the race, making sure it's safe, making sure from a safety standpoint it is a boring race. This is stage 2, the one that's local to me. I'm in Malden Promenade Park. For those that don't know my history, I started my cycling career at the Malden District Cycling Club, so this is very close to home. I think the race was cutting costs by getting me here because I'm so near. There's no travel cost for me. That's pretty much why I think I'm here. Nothing to do with having raced a bicycle at all, I'm sure. I'm going to take you around the route today. It starts in Malden, finishes up Malden at Market Hill. Now there's 3 stages to the race. The first run is Saffron Walden to Colchester, which is rolling. It's like rolling, nothing significant. Now Essex is not regarded as a hilly county. In fact, whatever the opposite to a hilly county is what Essex is. Today, I think today's GC Queen stage because of the climb that the race navigates on the last lap. Now, the thing is with flat counties, when we find a climb, we do it in races multiple times and sometimes actually makes it a lot harder than some of the hillier counties, which just create a race. So I'm going to take you around, and it's an uphill finish, this one as well. Short uphill, but short and steep. It's like the Muur de Malden, I'm going to call it for now, also known as Market Hill. Muur is a bit of an insult to the Muur. This is a hill, it's a hill. But it ramps up, Anyway, we're going to get rolling. I'm going to take you around. It's a lot of my old stomping ground, this. It's a nice course. Straight out the park. Now, I don't know where kilometre 0 is. Something I should probably know as assistant race director, but it drags up and I think drops straight down Market Hill. I've got a feeling that's going to be neutralised though. Right, we're at the top of the course, literally the far end. It's been headwind the whole way, and when it's turned into crosswind, the hedges are so high that there is no crosswind. Forecast isn't the same for Saturday. The wind's going to swing around a little bit. Yeah, I think there's kind of going to be not much wind, and it's just so many hedgerows that it ends up being either a headwind or a tailwind, and I don't know on Saturday which that's going to be because just, yeah, I don't know. But as we carry on, I want to just quickly thank Surfshark for sponsoring this vlog. That was not a good segue into it. I've had far better segues into that than this. Nibley's not riding. We're nowhere near water. Can't capitalise on surf or shark. Sorry. But I want to thank them for supporting the channel. You know, they've been a long-term supporter. And yeah, I want to tell you about them. As you know, Surfshark is a VPN, but it's virtual private network. And there's more than 4 reasons why you need a VPN. Number 1 is it hides your IP address, so your city, country and download history are not linked to your identity. Number 2, it helps encrypt all of your data and keep it safe. Like your credit card details, your personal information when you're on the public Wi-Fi's. If you travel a lot, chances are you're logging into dodgy hotel Wi-Fi's. You can also change location easily, so you can jump into watching race pass or anything geo-blocked from wherever you are, like this race. Surfshark unlocks more than 15 Netflix libraries around the world as well. Surfshark uses encryption to protect you against snooper and third-party advertisers, so your data's not being sold on. This month, extra 3 months for free, and all you need to do is use my code, which is DOWSET, all in capitals, and Surfshark do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's nothing to lose. Everything you need is in the link below. It's 20k in. It's been, honestly, uneventful. I don't think much is going to happen in that first 20k. Magic's all going to happen near the end, so let's get there. Right, just spotted a first little opportunity for something to happen. The top corner at 24 kilometres. On Saturday it's going to turn straight into a tailwind from, well, not a crosswind because of these hedges. If the team wanted to, we're dragging uphill at the moment at 5%. It's not much. Then we turn straight into crosswind. Now if the team wanted to, they could string it out up here, put the pressure on, take the left and keep the pressure on. Just put the hurts up, everyone, because ultimately with the race deciding climbs being at the end, there's going to be an element of fatigue there, and who's got it and who hasn't. And that's just here, this little town that we're in right now, which is, and yeah, this is Abberton, near Abberton Reservoir, and now we turn directly into tailwind. You can feel it actually, you can just feel suddenly weight under the pedals is just a bit lighter, and now we are direct into tailwind on race day, according to the weather forecast right now. Had a 13k an hour wind forecast. Cut off for us was always 14 kilometers an hour, so on the cusp, but we hit this. Water, mesh fencing here. So like a little bit of shelter, but not much, and what is due to be crosswind along here, I think. Garmin's just having a fit at 34 kilometers. Honestly, I don't think much is going to happen along here, but it could. That's the crucial thing, it could. It's the wind's going to be coming left to right, like that way. And you know, the thing about crosswinds, the road is only so wide. There is so much space to get shelter. But crosswind split is only as good as what happens after it. So unless that pressure is continued, it's a pointless exercise. And it's possibly a little bit too far from home. So, but it'd be silly of me not to point this fairly significant part of Abberton Reservoir out. Honestly, this race is all going to happen at the end. It's all going to happen at the end. Nothing significant since that reservoir section. I'm at kilometre 47. Nothing significant except for this. You can't miss it. Literally, cannot miss it. Look at it. It's so bright. Even the walls. So bright. Maybe it's a homage to Jai Hindley for winning the Giro last year. Although I think in Tiptree probably not. There are significant landmarks or this stage, Maldon to Maldon via Tiptree. Two very internationally recognisable town names that are also brands of things. Maldon sea salt, widely renowned, and Tiptree jams and preserves and conserves and stuff. See them everywhere as well. Big up Essex, innit? We are 63 kilometers into the race and we're hitting the first categorized climb. Well, categorized according to Garmin. I've done this climb before. Heck, I don't know where the KOM is, but I've given it a good nudge as well. So we have 1.5k, so about a mile, 57 meters of ascent, so that's 3-4%. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, not much, but you know, it exists. So there's 2 lanes to start with a humpback bridge, and then it narrows. A lot of these climbs, this and North Hill, momentum is your friend. It's just like keeping the speed. As soon as you get bogged down, you don't get that speed back. You see, just get these little, can't see it on the road, but you get these like little rollers where you can hold the speed, but you just ease off the power, and then you ease back on it again on these steeper pitches. We've had a few lumps. The last 10k has just started to, the rolliness has started, well, rolling up. Very much a race of 2 halves. The second half being, yeah, where the magic's gonna happen. Right, we've entered the lap. So we've done the first big lap, which honestly, except for that climb at the end, I don't think is going to cause much trouble. It's all about this finishing circuit. We're hitting it at 70k more or less, and it's a gentle drag up into it. But obviously the real big thing is North Hill 3 times. Now, I'm going to do it once because I'm retired and because I can. 3 times, yeah, that's gonna, damage could well be done 3rd time up it. So, when there's a circuit and a major climb on it, often that's what's focused on, but if the pressure is kept on, sometimes it's the little climb that actually breaks people. And that drag just then, that's the drag on the other side of the circuit basically. That could be it, that could so be it. Because it's forecast tailwind, it's long enough, I think just. But it would require some level of sacrifice from a team player who's a team member at the front. It's just make life really difficult, because also with a wide road, it's easy for everyone to just chill and wait for the main climb of the circuit. So, yeah, if a team knows they've got one of the stronger climbers making it hard there, it could be a real win. All right, North Hill. North Hill. The run-in is pretty good. Downhill run-in, couple of corners at the bottom, which is going to be great for the race because coast roads. Normally, you can't trust that there won't be an obstruction at the bottom when trying to go for the KOM. It's a climb. Goes up from the bottom to the top, but there's 3 sectors. Now in a peloton, and I don't think the wind direction will affect the bunch at all. In a peloton, there's a steep pitch at the bottom, then it flattens, sort of a false flat, and then it ramps up and then it just eases off to the top. I'll find a Strava KOM and QOMs in a second, but I think with the peloton, you could get an almost free ride over the steep pitch at the bottom onto the false flat. It's all going to be about the second half, and I think those that can keep the pressure on and and at the point where it starts to ease off, then accelerate whilst it's still on a fairly heavy incline, that will make the difference. And honestly, with the rest of this circuit just being rolling and narrow roads and twisting, if the team wants to take it on, put some sacrificial lambs up the front to really make the pace hard, North Hill's just going to be part of the picture. It really could be an absolute decimation round here, or if everyone just cruises, it's not going to be much of a race at all. But if I was a team manager and I had a standout couple of riders that could go uphill well, because ultimately today's GC day, I'd be making this whole circuit pretty bloody difficult. So anyway, we're about to go ride up it and I'll show you the climb. Right, I've got the KOM and the QOM in front of me. The QOM is held by Jess Upton at 3 minutes 32 from bottom to top. So that's the pink house at the top is the top and the bottom is the bottom. 3 minutes 32, that's 25.7 kilometre an hour. The men's KOM is held by Sam X Pro, like has been. 2 minutes 44, that's 33 kilometres an hour. Now, if I look into his mediocre power and just general, like, yeah, he was all right. He was all right. The power used to go up there was 561 watts. Man, maybe he was quite good. That's a lot of watts. That's a lot of watts. And for Jess, now did Jess put her, I'm just looking up on, did Jess put her numbers up? Did she put a number? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. 310 watts for the climb. Can't see if that was with, yeah, 310 watts. Fair play. Fair play, Jess. And yeah, that's a QOM. Yeah, that's the top. It is, as I said. This hill has not changed at all. Right, let's go to Market Hill, the final finishing climb. With a KOM and a QOM is real bloody interesting. So at a junction point where normally the race would then turn this way, 2 more laps, but considering I'm not going to do that, I'm going to turn this way, which is where the final lap goes, to then loop round and go up the finishing climb. Market Hill, Murder Market, Murder Malden. Right, North Hill, the KOM, 33 seconds, held by Tom Yengo and Matt Clements. The QOM, also 33 seconds, held by Lorena Weebs. It's steep. Had to switch to the phone for the final clip because the GoPro has given up the ghost. That's a nasty little finish. That's a steep cold sprint, and then I think what's really going to hurt is the right turn, and then you still got 100 meters or so to the actual finish line of a 2%, 1%, 2%. So that's going to be rather them than me. But I think it's got a real small group. If it's an aggressive final lap, it's going to be a real small group. it comes to that line. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you are in the area or Saffron Walden and Colchester on Friday and London on Sunday, come have a watch. And if you've got a daughter like I have, it's pretty inspiring. It's pretty inspiring. Or a son. Yeah, son or daughter. Come down, bring them, watch a big sporting event, because it is big. It is one of the biggest cycling events in the UK, and you know, it's on the international calendar, so yeah, come watch. Anyway, thanks for watching.